So, it's recording. This is the most simple message there is. It's only a message. It's not anything to learn. It doesn't give any hope. It doesn't change, will not change anything. It doesn't mean anything. The strange thing is, it's the message with no meaning, no purpose, no hope, nothing to do. And still there are people listening to it. So that's amazing. It's still somewhere it's heard that there's something else about what we are used to do, that we are so used to have a life, be there, have a life, try to make your life more comfortable, more happy, more healthy. It seems most of the people are busy with that. And it's always the same story. Everything is about wanting to feel better. And that's the suffering is living in a world that seems to be about good and bad. And especially it seems to be real. It seems to be real and solid. And there's something happening, and it's happening to me. And I am the controller, I'm the responsible. I have my life, my body. There's something going on about what I'm doing and trying to do my best to do the best thing I can do. It's a lot of working. And it sometimes seems that it works, and a lot of times also it seems it doesn't work. So that's the disappointing bit. And you think, oh, maybe something else is working. So you go to another teacher or therapist or anyone, or you try a different diet. It's always about searching something, because there's something inside, you could say, in the story. There's something not right yet. There's something wrong, maybe not wrong, but not right yet, or there's something missing, and I'm looking for something. And then maybe if that alignment will happen after looking for other possibilities, there's maybe this one, that's the new one, it's the non-duality one, and there's maybe alignment or no me. And it seems like no me will end the suffering. So the me wants no me. And that's the same game, the same search, but in a different direction. It seems like that. So it's again the same story. This is talking about that it's already no me. So there's nothing to look for. This is it. And in a strange way, me can't hear this. I remember when I was going to the meetings of Tony Parsons, I didn't hear it. I thought I did, but hearing this is it, that it was impossible. It was somewhere, I thought, oh, this is it. And someday there will be no me anymore in this body. Rose will have no me anymore. It's not about that, it's worse. There is no Rose. The body is not real. The body is only apparently real. Everything is apparently real. So nothing is happening. It seems to happen, and it's the same like seeing walls and streets and events. But they're empty. It's just empty. Everything is empty. It's full in the sense that it's apparently seen and felt, but it's in the same time, it's not there. So it's a crazy message, because you can't really say what's going on. You can talk a bit around it and try to tell what's going on, but really what it is, it can't be expressed, because it's everything. It's everything, and not everything with a capital. It's just everything. It's so normal. It's normal. It's even more normal than normal. It's just what it is, like waving moving the hand, or drinking coffee, or eating candy, or it's just what's happening. And that's already what is happening, is already there, of course. So that's it. But what there is somehow in that me construct, that is there's a longing, and it seems like there's a longing for a better life, for feeling good, for ending the suffering, for something else. This is not something else. This is saying this is it already. So it's like there will be no change. There's no hope for something else. This is it already. So it can be pain, it can be feelings like or anything. The way it goes, it's the way it goes is it already. The way you look, the way the body functions, that's what it is. No escape. There's no escape. So this is about death. The death of the hope of the me trying to do something. It's the death of me. The whole survival, the whole dream method about trying to be better, trying to make your life better, trying to solve your problems. There's no one. There's already no one. It's just body, but it's only what is seen. So maybe there's seen hands and legs, but there's nothing inside. You're so convinced, and so it's believed, it's so embodied, so convincing that everything that is solid, and inside the hands there's something going on there. It's just hands. What is seen is it. So there's nothing inside, but it's also nothing outside. So there's no world. What we are so capable of as a human is that the brain can abstract things. So with images and thoughts, and it seems like there's a whole world, and the brain and the thoughts are filling the gaps. There are a lot of gaps, of course, but well, that's why we can look at movies. So we fill in the gaps. So it seems like a whole story is going on, but we see just certain scenes. So that's an example of filling in what the brain can do. And it's just empty. That's amazing. It's just very literally what is. There's no outside, there's no inside. It's empty, and yet it's full. It's like there's pain, but in the same time, there's not. It's together. There's only one. There's not two. It seems to be there's two, but that's the abstract mind and the brain that people can make something else of it. That's the suffering. But that's so convincing and so normal, it's not even noticed. It's not even questioned most of the time. And this message talks about a completely different world, you could say. Well, not really world, but they talking about the world and the dream and the story. And this, it doesn't meet at all. At no point it meets. So it's completely out of the normal way of thinking, of the normal way of trying to understand. This doesn't need to understand. It's just life. Don't understand flowers or a wall. Doesn't need understanding. It's just apparently there. And it doesn't need to know it's apparent, because some people say, oh, but I don't see apparent. Doesn't matter. And then that's happening. Seeing it's solid. So what? Then that's what's happening. Nothing can be wrong. There's no good and there's no wrong. That's huge. There's just what is. How can life be wrong? It's just life. It's just happening. So that's the freedom. Well, somebody already have had a chat. There has been this search and this longing for peace of mind for more than 40 years. And after hearing your message, the search has stopped. All my books doesn't make sense anymore and have been thrown out. Oh, God. Yeah. But the longing is still there for peace of mind is still there, even though there's this realization that it's not about peace of mind. No, still there can be a loss of concepts, of beliefs. and there are some other beliefs that still go on. It's just maybe sometimes it's fading away, that me or that survival system, and all those strong beliefs, they can be falling away, and then sometimes some beliefs are very more embodied and more strong, and they stay longer, can be there. It doesn't matter, but for them it seems like, oh, I want to rid of all, but it's energetic. It has nothing to do with you or with what you do. Everything is just energy, and it's going by itself, and it seems like it's happening to you, but it's just apparently happening somewhere in space. There is no real body. It seems to be a body, but it's only seeing a shirt and legs, maybe. That's it. That's everything. So nothing is really going on, and nothing is solid. So, and nothing is. Also, that longing is there, but it's also not there. So it's just happening somewhere. It's not happening in your head. It's just energy. It's thoughts happening, maybe sensations happening. But we are so used to give it a name, like, oh, I still feel there's such a longing for that, and how can I, what is this? That's already the story. We're so used to stories. There's just some sensation, maybe some thoughts, maybe that's it, and next moment there's something else. That's it. And that's the loss, that's the death, that all that meaning and all that before and after, all that abstract thing, it's just left, it's just lost. But the funny thing is, when it's lost, it's very soon, it's just very normal. It's not even, sometimes it's not even noticed, because it's so normal. It's not all those thinking about what is going on, it's not coming, or sometimes for a moment and then it falls away. But it's so normal, it's not even noticed, so not important. Okay.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Stephen. Hi.
Stephen from New York.
Okay.
I have a question about the apparent contradiction between nothing is happening and the perception of justice. Is the observation, well, it's just what's happening, just what seems to be apparently happening, and then is it seen that there's really nothing happening? Is there climate change if nothing is happening?
No. No, it's apparent.
It's apparent.
Yeah.
But the appearance of climate change would be based on information that is coming in about what scientists are telling us. And so how is the relationship between what's apparently happening and the understanding or the seeing that there's no change? How does that relate in this message?
It's not that there is no change. Change can happen, but it's not by us. It's just happening. There's always change. Then it's this, and then it's that, and it's. I can't say how that works, because then it's just obvious that there's nothing happening, and everything is apparent. It's just not real. What I can't say how that works. It's not necessary to see it, because eyes are not needed for this. It's just, I don't know, it's just obvious.
So you're expressing what seemed, what I would say, but then the mind tries to resolve those apparent differences. And it sounds to me like what you're saying is that there's agreement that there's apparent change and nothing is happening, but the mind has stopped trying to understand or resolve that.
No.
Because it's a mental thing. I find it's a mental thing. I think, well, there's apparent change, but on the other hand, I can see that nothing is happening. So then the mind comes in and says, well, how do these two things relate?
Yeah, it's not relate. They happen together. They at the same time. That's when the mind stops. It cannot be understood that there is nothing happening, and in the same time, it's everything is apparently happening. That's just one. It's not two things. That's crazy. It can't. The mind can only grasp when there's two things. And then this is talking about everything is only one, and that there's nothing, and it seems to be, it's an apparent happening, like everything is like walls and thoughts and information, and nothing has any meaning. So it's complete out of, how can you understand that? And sometimes somewhere it's just describing very literally, and we are so used that we make something else of it. The mind can just abstract, and it's so quick, so it's so normal that there's a world or there's something going on. And when that's not there anymore, that whole interpretation thing, or me, you could say me, or that survival, or the concepts and beliefs, when that's not happening, it's just so obvious. It's very literal, and it's already like that. But what's overlaid by beliefs and concepts, and thinking I am someone, and not only thinking, but it's more embodied, like it's so strong. It's an hypnotic dream.
So if Rose, the parent Rose, hears a newscast where something is said about climate change, for example, then what's apparently happening is this apparent voice, and it doesn't mean anything.
No, I understand what's said. The brain still work in that sense.
Yes.
That I understand that people say that, and then it's gone. And sometimes there's doing something, but it's just happening. What when I'm reading, yeah, it's so difficult to say what will happen, because I don't know what next moment I will do. But yeah, it's just information, and that's heard, and then it's forgotten most of the time. But it's not that I do that, it's just happening like that. Yeah. Nothing is real, and that's so strong, that's so obvious, and everything is just empty and apparent. So it's full. You can't, it's so crazy to understand, and still somewhere maybe everybody knows in a sense, of course, but it's so overlaid, and we are so strong in beliefs and interpreting what's going on and naming it and seeing that there's a world and that your body is here, and then somebody says something completely different, and then it's something like that. I don't know, maybe.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
Hi. With this message, you often use the word the brain. The brain is working, or the brain works like in a certain way, or is it possible to express the same message without using the word brain, without referring to a brain? Because you've talked about the body. Not really. It's only apparent. There's not a real body.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is there a real brain?
No.
Why refer to a brain at all?
Yeah. Because sometimes there's talking in the story, and then it's explaining that the brain works like that. But there's of course no brain. It's an apparent brain. It's everything is apparent. What I do not say all the time apparent.
No.
But it's all, yeah, sure, it's apparent. It's not real.
But
They're just thoughts. Maybe you could say that's just thoughts.
Right.
And even thoughts are there and not there in the same time.
Yes, but that seems more in tune with the overall message rather than a brain. It suddenly breaks it. Oh, where there's no lungs, there's no heart, but there's a brain. There's a
I can hear that. In that sense, it can be confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We are so used to the abstract mind and trying to understand. So you have a point.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Well,
it's also, sorry, it is also about talking about the mind. And you have abstract mind, abstract thoughts. There's also no mind, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mind feels a bit better, but I know there's no mind as well.
Yeah.
But it feels better than something which would be solid, like an organ, like a brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's difficult because it's talking in the story. Then you use words what are used in the story, and because then if you all the time say, but it's not real, of course, and then yeah, it should, that's more accurate in a way, but it's not talk like that. It's not. I can say it like now, and then maybe in 5 minutes I'm using the word brain again. I don't know. That's just coming. It's not, I'm thinking, oh, I don't use that anymore. It's just coming like that. And that's the funny thing is, nothing has any meaning. So what I say is, it's not important at all. It doesn't bring you somewhere. It doesn't make things, maybe it can make things more clear, but so what? We can do blah, 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 blah like that. It's the same. It's not really a difference. That's also like that. So you don't need to understand, or not to, how do you say, onthouden, to, that you know it afterwards. No, nothing is needed. Yeah. But we can talk about that, brain. Yeah.
Hi, Rose. Can I speak?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, Cecile. Oh, the Christian, I do it next, huh? Sorry,
Oh,
I saw your hand.
sorry.
No, okay, Cecile, yeah.
Okay. I read the Google translation because my English is very bad. So it feels very light to be here, very liberating. Nothing to be, nothing to prove, nothing to expect. It's very relaxing for me. But this message seems crazy, of course, but as life itself is free and crazy. But when I see my brother, it is a psychiatrist doctor, doctor psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I will need to be a good sister, very normal. And if he knew my interest in this message, there is no one, everything is real and unreal at the same time, it would lead me directly to the psychiatric hospital. But it seems impossible to live this message in everyday life with its roles. It seems it's impossible to say in society, I'm not going to die because I was never born, for example.
No, we don't put it in a newspaper.
So I like very much this message of non-duality. So it's very good, but also it's impossible. So could you say something on the everyday life with this?
Yeah, that's the easiest part. It's the easiest part because nothing is changing. It's just already there. But in some way, me or individuals can't hear that because it's so deeply rooted that there's something not right yet, or that there's needing something to hear this or anything, all that. It's just already what is happening, the way the walking is going, the way you eat your breakfast, the way you eat chocolate, everything. It's just normal. It's just what is going. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is right also, but also nothing is wrong. So that's for when they are seeing that there's someone, it seems impossible that everything is. We have written that everything is okay. There are so many books about I'm okay, you're okay, and somewhere we know, but in some other way, there's always that feeling like, oh, it's not right yet, or what can I do not to have a me, or my me is hurting, and my me. And when we are talking in this non-duality, people have non-duality language, so this still the me is just thinking that there is already no me. It's just empty. There is nothing going on inside already.
But
so
in daily life,
yeah,
do you
of course.
speak
No,
like
or
a
do I
normal
speak
person?
about this? No, I don't speak about this. No, why should I? No, it doesn't matter. No, it's just only speaking in this kind of meetings that I'm speaking about this. No, I'm not saying I'm not there. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't come up. How do you say it? We talk about normal, about I don't know, anything. And it joins in, and when people really are into, I was very much into personal growing, and then I have some friends still there, and then sometimes I'm joining in. It's just joined in, and then and then I'm going, I think, wow, what's going on? But it was just like that, and then it's gone. So what? It's just energy. It's just energetic thing, like blah, and then answering and reactions, and it's not me doing that. But the only thing you could say, there's nothing going on about this is not right or something.
Yes.
What did I do? Yeah, that can be what did I do, and then it's gone. But it's nothing picking it up, like taking it home and do something. No. That's the only difference, that the rest is just the same. Of course it's the same. This is not better than anybody else. Of course not. It's just different. And everybody is just different. That's unique. That's it. The uniqueness of Cecile, that's just like that, with that body and that's moving, and that's life in that form. Apparently, of course, it's not real, but so what? You don't have to know or see that it's not real, because then people say, oh yeah, I hear this message, but I can't see everything is not real. So I wait for that moment that I see that. God, don't. You wait forever. It's just like when there's not seeing that, then that's what's happening. It's not wrong or not that far or something like that. We are so strong in this is more far. This is, how do you say that in English? Far, I'm far, something like that. Oh my God, that's such a misunderstanding. It's just different. That's it. That's all.
Yes, very nice. And when you speak with person who are in personal development, there is no judgment. Sometimes, oh, this is bullshit.
No, there's more. I can't follow. That's sometimes what's said. It's so I can't follow, and then sometimes it's said, sometimes it's not said. I don't know. It's different. No, there's such a love for everything. That's straight. That's also, nothing is wrong. So people, when somebody is really convinced of something, it's great. Why not? Doesn't matter.
It's the reality.
And that's life. Like that. It's not wrong. It's not anything. It's just what's happening. It's just people are somebody who's really involved in it. That's great. And it can be also awful that you think, oh my God. Yeah, can also happen. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, why not?
Yes.
It's just a normal personal, no, it's not personal, but it's like all reactions can happen. It's not like, oh, I'm not angry anymore. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not. God, no, anything can happen. It's just normal. Or there can be anger or irritation. Yes. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, and then maybe it changes, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. There's no agenda. That's the difference. There's no agenda. And a lot of times when there's a me going on, you're saying something because you want to change it. You want somebody to hear you. You want somebody to confirm. You want somebody to, I don't know what, something. So, but this is just saying, just irritation, like, oh, and that's it. And then I don't know what will happen next. I don't know. It's not somewhere going on. Nothing is going on about that. So it's like little children also. They have that. They are just irritation and anger and joy and just like that without anything.
No. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. So, Christiane, you want to say, you have your hand there?
Yes. Christiane from Quebec, Canada.
Okay.
I resonate with that message. So I give a value to that message, besides watching, listening to Netflix or a movie. Listening to a movie, I don't resonate. I have emotions or feeling. But it doesn't resonate like that message. So I attribute a value to resonance and not resonate. But
yeah.
I understand from what you said to Cecile that it's love. When you are not a me anymore, you resonate to everything, even something, some people aggressive, or you resonate, you have a resonance.
No, no, it's not
Energy.
resonant.
No.
No, it's just normal. It's just normal. It's just when somebody says something, and I don't know, that can, I don't know, sometimes there can be anger. I don't know, irritation more. I don't know. And then it comes up. It's just normal. Well, it's the same with you. When there can be suddenly irritation. It has nothing to do with resonance. I don't know what it has to do with. It doesn't have to do with. It doesn't have to do anything with. How do you say that? It has no reason. There's no reason.
Yeah.
So we always think, oh, I see that, and oh, that is not happening there, so it's not the same. That's abstract thinking. So we are so trying to fill in because we think, oh, we know what's the good thing or the resonating thing, and we don't say it's good and bad, because but then we say, oh, it's resonating. That's a new word. Then it's not about resonating. When this message is heard, then you can say it's resonating. But there's also watching Netflix, and there can be nothing going on, or just watching, or I don't know. It's just watching Netflix. It's not better than doing these meetings. It's the same thing. It's just energy. It's different. It's just different. Because we think that in these meetings, maybe we get something, or that's more the thing, I think. And that's so strong that you know somewhere it's not like that, and still, oh, that longing is so strong, and there's a hope, there's something will click, or something will be understood, or there's such a longing. So, but it's the same. Watching Netflix is the same. Oh, that's awful. Because that puts out all hope, because you think, oh, maybe in this meeting there will happen something, or I don't know if you think that, but most people do. And when you're watching Netflix now, you don't think there will be happening anything. Maybe then it's happening. I don't know. You don't know. It's just energetic. So there can be some loss at any time, of course. You don't know how, or it's without meaning. And it's the strange thing is it's not really happening also. So it's nothing has any meaning. It's so difficult, because we most of the time we talk in the story, and then everything has some meaning, and some purpose, and time, and development, and that's so normal. And when this is talking here, some talking is also in the story, so it seems like there's still something to get. And in the same time, there's talking not in the story, and they're saying, oh, but it's also nothing. There's nothing going on. There's nothing happening. It's just, oh, nothing is real. It's only apparently real. So it's like a mirage. It's not real. It seems very real, but it's just an image. Yeah, an image. It seems like there's everything around, and then that's it. But it's empty. There's nothing. It's not real. So that makes everything out of that puts everything out like hope, or because it's already this. It's already what is happening. Just sitting like that is it. The words, the speaking, the certain words. Is it? It's life happening. Is it? Like we say, this is it. It's not for something special. It's just everything. What is going on? It's apparently, of course, but I can't say it every sentence. Apparently, oh, it's not real. It's, but sometimes I do it more than other times. It's just going. So I don't think like, oh, I have to say this. It's just talking. It's the same there. It's just talking. Blah, 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 blah. It's like that. And then suddenly it stops. And then you do blah, blah, blah. That's what's happening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Rose?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Hi, Rose. When there is no time and there is no space, there is also nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And there is no movement, right?
No.
No.
It seems no.
Yeah.
That's strange, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So just like thinking I'm going somewhere or looking for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like relating to something. That's the illusion, right?
Yeah, that's the dream because we believe in time. So it seems like, oh, this is, and it doesn't, it's just in the story, when I'm going to shop, I'm walking to the store and I'm telling that to people or something like that. That's just, but when you really are talking about this, there's nothing, it's just walking, and but it's so difficult to tell like how it's going, because then it's, when you talk to people, you talk in the story. But in this happening, in these meetings, it's really, there's no movement, of course. No.
So
That's what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. It appears like Rose is going to the shop. It appears like that.
Yeah.
But it's the more difficult parts to understand that it's not really happening because there is no distance. There is no going.
No.
Yeah.
It's just change.
Right.
You can see change of everything is just new, but yeah, it's so difficult to make an image of that.
Right.
So it's impossible, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not walking all day like, oh, this is new or so.
No.
Or that's new. But to talk about that, it's like that. Yeah. There's nothing is real. So, and everything is just, and it's just events or buildings, but it's just like that. And we think, oh, we are walking on the street to that shop. It's just a mirage, and it's no, it's difficult to talk. It's so clear, and I don't know how to say it. It's great.
But it's like the me is like in constant movement, like the me. It's like
it's looking, but yeah. I think everybody is searching in a way, but it's different. What you're searching for, maybe it's different.
Yeah, it's like what Stefan said in the beginning about the climate change. which is empty, right? The climate change is just like nature do what it does. And like the me thinks like it have to do something with it, and it have to change it, and because it's about surviving, right? Like we have to survive, and we have to do something.
But it's also thinking that the world is real.
Right.
So, and that there's a development, and we are
Yeah.
measuring, and then we
Yeah.
see that there's a development, and
Yeah.
it seems very convincing.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
There's no world. There's no outside world. It's just this. It's just this. There's computer, walls. That's everything. There's nothing outside. That's so not normal, because there's a street outside, or there's, because you have an image and and remember. It's just can be a remembering, but it's not real. It's not there. It's just this is everything. And it's also not real. So that's death.
Yeah.
It's death. Because, God. And at the same time, it's very normal. That's so strange. Because it seems like crazy that nothing is real.
And the death part, the death part is there's nowhere to go. That this is it. It's just there is no looking for. There is no distance. It's just this is really everything that there is. It's just this.
Yeah, the death is that you think you will come there one day. You will reach one day. It's the dream. But it's not only a dream. It's just an embodied longing, identity thing. It's so strong. It's the identity with so many beliefs and longing and concepts, and the death of that's the whole me. But the death, it's just wow. It can be just in a second, but it can also take, and you could say the story take a long time, because there's so many beliefs and so many longing and not wanting it and not wanting it, of course, because and one time you want it, but oh my God, it can be fear also. I had a lot of fear also. I was, Jesus, it's quite something. You don't know what it is, but some way it's just threatening somewhere. It can be the unknown. It's unknown also. It's no control.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, it's very easy. It's the most easy thing, because nothing is needed. So it's just going. It's very simple.
Because it's free. It's free then.
Free. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
But nothing is doing anything. It's just happening already, of course, but not only here, but everywhere. But it's just happening. So nowhere to go. Yeah, it's just very easy. But it's also very simple and not special. I wanted to be special. I was that. I want something be special, be very relaxed only, or I don't know, have a lot of people listening to me. Then I feel like, I'm someone, something like that. Yeah, there are always sudden hidden things. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It was funny because today I was just walking outside, and I was walking, and then I turned around, and I was thinking like, it's so obvious that I'm walking, that there is distance. I'm walking from here to there. But it's just because I was thinking about it, I was like measuring. There was like from there to here, but actually there was just walking. It was just walking.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to think like that. There is like, we create that like with our minds. With all this thing.
Yeah, and suddenly, there's something else. Yeah.
We're just walking. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Why are we listening to you? We understand the message, no meaning, no purpose, no hope, but we are here. Why? There's no one here in the body to choose this, to sit here. Is it just happening? That's it. It's just apparently happening. There's no one choosing it. We're always thinking, today I'm going to listen to Rose, or you don't do that, but you think you do that. It's just happening. It's not about wanting or not wanting. It's just happening like that without any meaning. But we do that on top of it. We make something of it and thinking, oh, that's important or more important than anything else or something like that. It's just happening, like drinking coffee or listening to words. Yeah, there's no why. That's what the me does. Why this? Why do I do this? Why is this? Or because you want to have meaning, or you want to understand, or there's no why. It's just what's happening. It's very simple, and in that sense, it's so normal and simple. It's just a little life, you could say, and nothing special happening. But yeah. And it's already there. It's already what is happening. No need for words or Rose. And then you think, oh, I know, yeah, of course. And next time you'll sit again. I think, oh, it's just happening. Don't know why. It's just like that. I remember that I was always like, do I sit in the right place? Do I sit in the right group? Do I miss something? Oh, I'm in the wrong queue. Oh, I want to be there and not here. And all the time I was sitting home and I thought, oh, maybe it's better to go there. Then, oh, I was always like that. I remember. Oh, and it's just what it is, but it's so strong. It can be so strong.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Just from what you just said, it's
Mm.
kind of like I'm thinking about work, and I think about like once I get the right colleagues, like just right now I don't have the right colleagues, or but
Yeah.
when that happens,
Yeah.
then it'll be right. But
Yeah.
it's like
That's
yeah,
the
it's
same.
just
Yeah, sure.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just happen. Those are just thoughts, and they're nobody's thoughts. Just like they just are happening. Those thoughts are apparently happening.
Yeah, it's just an energetic thing that thoughts comes. Yeah. And it seems the thing is they seem so true, or you believe them or something like that. You take them home, you do something, you think, oh yeah, it's just serious. Thoughts seems to be very serious and true or something like that. They're not. It's just wow. Yeah, that's the dream. That's hypnotic. It's very hypnotic. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Mm.
Rose,
Yeah.
can you say that like now that like there is less stress, like that you get like less easily stressed, or like there is more relaxation?
Yeah. If I yeah, that's yeah, in the story you could
Sorry,
say,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's less like maybe less trigger, you've been less triggered by what is happening around, and or it's the same, it didn't really change a lot.
No, that's not. I don't. It's so difficult to remember.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about stress, like this.
What's happening? That's
Yeah.
triggering. Is not so much happening. I can say that because
No.
it's more. It's more. Yeah, a lot of times I just have to laugh about that. Not really, ha ha ha, like that, but inside. It's not. It's not. Yeah. It's not taken home, something like that. It's not, you could say what people say, taken personally, but it's not like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. It's just not, yeah.
No, I was just thinking, like, if there is like, if there's like no meaning, or like, it's not so important, or like that there is maybe,
Yeah.
at
So
the
it's
end
like,
also less stress.
sometimes it can be there. Sometimes suddenly somebody say something, doing, suddenly that can be there. And there can be anger or irritation or pain or anything. Yeah, sure, can happen.
Yeah.
Still, sure. not that often, but yeah.
With all of what is happening with COVID, and I mean, it's just that.
It's it's always different. So some moment it's like, oh, I want to drink coffee in the cafe.
And you can't.
And then we talk with friends, and then somebody says, I don't want to talk about oh yeah, okay. And then we talk about, yeah, it's just the same. That's like everybody. But it's not really serious. It's, yeah, feeling also what's going on, but yeah, it's not that special, or
No,
it's the same. Where this, yeah,
but it's not like
also
not like really being busy with it, like thinking about it or worried.
The funny thing is, what here this Rose does is like every day, every day at 4 or something like that. There in Holland, there are the how do you say, how many people are infected and how many people are in the hospital. Every day at 4, Rose is taking the telephone and watching that and thinking, oh, there are less people or there are more people. But it's happening every day. I don't know why. But so, and then it's gone and it's not there. Anything can happen.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. The funny thing is also, I was always a teacher in something, in therapy or hour reading or anything, but it was always like some behaving. When you are saying a kind of teacher or something like that, or therapist, you have still, I thought I have to behave a certain way. I cannot show my silly things or not have certain clothes, or I have to be more relaxed or all that kind of thing. And that's just gone. Oh God, it's just saying anything. I don't care how people look here to Rose and thinking, oh, I don't believe her anymore. I don't care. So what? I don't care. It's just Rose. This is just a silly, sometimes very silly, and then very very compassionate and anything. But so what? That's the freedom. Not to set what I thought also when I was teaching. I was like, oh, I have to my feet have to be on the ground. I'm grounded, and then I can talk. God, all those behavior things, and it's just that's the freedom. Just like it comes. That's it.
There is like no inner dialogue. It's just coming out like spontaneous, like a child. Like
yeah. Nothing going on about that. Right. Not even noticed. When I'm talking now, I think, oh yeah, that's the joy. That's such a joy. Like, oh my God, it's everything. Just Rose doing silly or anything. It's like you don't have to behave before people, because otherwise they don't believe you anymore or they don't come back. So what? That's wow.
Yeah, because there's also no agenda, nothing to gain. So it's just
it's just coming out, and there's some question, and then there's a response, and that's just like that. It's nothing going on about this is the truth, or no, trying to inspire people or something like that, or help. Nothing. Oh, that's such a freedom.
There's only the response to talk.
It's just a response, like the same from everywhere. That's always happening like that. We think we have to do the right thing. So you think there's come a response and you think, oh, did I say the right thing? Because she didn't like it. And then da, 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 da. But it's just the same. Yeah. It can be also lying. It's lovely to lie to people. It can be lie. I like it, can lie. And then
you don't do that anymore?
Yeah, sure I do. It's fun. Can be fun. It's not holy. Nothing is holy.
No.
That's the joy. Nothing is holy anymore. Hooray!
Yeah.
Just, come on, what's going on?
Yeah.
Behave, Rose. Come on. Yeah, I have to sit still and be quiet. Wow, I always thought I have to be sitting still and be quiet and not too much emotions and talking slowly like that. And this character is just a fiery thing. So God, I had to work on myself a lot. It didn't happen, the quiet thing. And now it's just like this. Oh. Sometimes it comes back and I see some videos and think, oh God, it's so much moving. And then, okay, that's gone. That's an old
But
thing.
it's also part of like try to stay in control, right? Like controlling everything and like
sure.
Yeah.
You think that when I'm in control, it will be better. Yeah. Sure.
And that's exhausting actually.
Oh man, it's so much energy put in that. Yeah.
Because you have to notice
really
and
it's not really working. So it's endless going on. Yeah. Being a me also is very exhausting. Yeah.
But
it's so convincing. So it's just so, it seems so normal than just doing that. All the people around you and all the papers and everybody is just believing in that. So it seems so normal.
But it seems like that convincing part that makes it very real. Like when you're very convinced, everything's very, very, very real.
Yeah, and everything seems to be real. So events, circumstances, everything is real. Your work is real, your colleagues, everything, it's still there when you're at home. It's still there. So amazing that it's going on like that. It's just not there anymore. But in the mind, it's, oh no, I can't say in the mind. No, it's a joke. It's just going on. All those thoughts and thinking about that. Da, 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 da. It's just not there. It's just sitting in the room.
Wow.
It's amazing how many energy that. Nothing's happening. It's just sitting, watching television, or there was somebody saying I was always in the shower. I had a conference with myself. It's so nice that he said that. I like that. I had a conference. That's it.
That's cute. Yeah.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Hi. Just to share something, I've noticed in the last maybe it's maybe last 6 weeks or something like that. I mean, we're all kind of locked down in our, you know, because of the COVID. Maybe watching a bit more TV or YouTube or things like that. And I've noticed that a big difference to my reaction sometimes to things I watch. Well, one of the surprising thing I get surprised by it is if something's funny, if there's a comedian and he's a good comedian or there's funny acting, I'll laugh out of it's sort of totally out of control, and it's like I can't breathe, you know, like crazy laugh, you know, really nice laughing, and I didn't do it. I mean, you know, a long time ago maybe I did, but I've not done that for a while. And and also sometimes listening to you, for instance, I feel moved, and I feel almost like I'm going to start. Well, it's happening now, you know, like I'm going to start crying, you know, and it's fine, you know. But at the same time, I've always been. I know that what this message isn't a philosophy. It's not something you could expound and everything. But I like philosophies, and I like complicated theories and sort of intellectual ideas, and I like hearing people speak, give lectures and about things, even though there's no world. They're talking about a world, and there are people who are just. It's very, very sophisticated. Their thinking, and they're talking about the story, I suppose, but it still fascinates me. You know, it isn't like I've suddenly given up my interest in intellectual things. No.
It can be fun.
Yes, it is.
It can be fun, like how they explain things. It can be, oh, like that.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
thing, but it's also fun. Oh, comes something like that. It's just what you like. It's why not?
Yes. Yeah. And while I'm listening to these things, if people are talking about supposed events, world events, and you know, like about in America or COVID or politics or economics, I'm believing the you know what's happening, and then afterwards, I don't care, sort of thing. You know, it's you know, it's just really interesting. Then I have some. I eat a banana, and that's also interesting. So,
yeah. It's like watching a movie. You're totally in the story, and they just go on and have emotions because the people are hurt or something like that. And then the movie's and you forget. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Oh, here. I kind of know that I can't ask why question, but still why? But what why? Just for fun? Why you're here, you mean, or what why? No reason. It seems like for me, it can't be without a reason. It has to be a reason for fun or for anything. It's just happening. It's just no why. It's just happening like that. And it can be fun or not fun or boring or anything. But it's amazing to hear maybe that then there's no meaning, there's no why. It's just happening, apparently. That knocks everything out, like, oh, all the dream of what's going on and why it's going on and how can I do that and all that. It's just happening. That's it. It's very normal describing what's going on. Nothing about a goal or what way of doing or anything. It's just describing what's going on for no reason, just it's just happening. Very simple. Mm. Mm. And when they're sitting here in the meeting, and anything can happen. It can be boring, or there can be irritation, or there can be moved, or there can be a lot of thoughts, or there can be relaxation. Anything can happen. That's it. That's life happening. It's just what's going on. It's just different. It can change.
Yes, there is a lot of joy with silence sometimes, and also a lot of fear after that, a lot of fear. What I see in the screen is not reality. It feels crazy.
Yeah.
And after, there is a relaxation, joy, and fear.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Yeah. Sure. There's fear. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's joy and fear. How is it possible? And it still is. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, amazing. I had when the first time when I was with Tony Parson, the first time I was there, I was just sitting there. There were not so many people, and he came in and he just went to sit there and just sit there. And nobody said anything. And he was not saying anything, so he started to talk, and then suddenly such a fear. I nearly had to move. There was such a fear. I didn't know why. It was just there. Amazing. I didn't understand it at all. It was like, what's going on here? Yeah.
And the fear has no purpose, has no, if there is a fear, there is no goal, or there is no reason for the fear.
No. Just fear is it. Like coffee is it. Fear is just a sensation. We call it fear. Maybe the word is already a story. It's just a sensation somewhere. And that's it. No meaning, no reason. Whoa, that's crazy, because we are so used to name it and thinking, oh, it's because of that, or maybe it's good to feel the fear, then maybe it solves anything, or that's what I was thinking. God, it's just that, just life. in that form.
This is a
then there's-
freedom, absolute freedom. Anything could happen. This is absolute freedom.
Yeah, but it's already freedom. Anything, it's already like that, of course. It's already free. It's just going. There's something going on like, this is not freedom because I feel I'm in the prison. So this is not or something like that. That's that tiny thing. It's just, it can be in a second like, oh, and it's just gone. When you're in the bicycle, it's just not there. It's not all day long. It's very strong, but it's not all day. It's just a lot of moments. It's just not there. It's just like free, like anything happening. Of course, it's the only thing there is, apparently.
Yes, and depression is always freedom. Is already free.
It's also,
for example, depression. It's
just
also.
It can be low energy. Low energy can be there. I know.
It's also the freedom.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Freedom is not a nice feeling. Freedom is, that's the freedom. It's everything. That's the freedom. There's nothing excluded. We are thinking now, I want that, but I don't want that. And then you feel prison. Yeah, of course. It's so, because you don't want it. It's not really like, it's a bit simple, but it's everything. So it's no escape for anything. When there can be anything, there can be low energy, like sitting on the couch, not feeling, I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but it's a bit, maybe there. I know that's there. And then there's just, oh, it's, and then, yeah, or anything. It's just the same. It's just this, there's nothing different as your life, or how do you say, not your life, but in that sense, it's just the same. There's the only difference is that nothing is going on about this is not right.
Yes.
That's the only difference.
This is the only difference.
Yeah, that's the only difference. But that's huge because that's so strong. That's whoa.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's in a way it's tiny, and in another way it's huge because that seems to be your whole life is going on about that.
Right.
Like wanting something or but it's not about accepting, like accepting as it is or something like that. Because you do that for a while, for an hour maybe, and then it's already something like, no. I did that. I knew that. I did accepting what it is, and then I felt that when I was accepting, like I was trying to do that, and then I felt like there's this kind of tension going on, like trying to accept it because it wasn't really accepted. Because I don't know, it's just there's something I don't want. I remember that it was so strong. It's not even I don't want it, but it's already, the body is already taking it, doing something. So it's already gone. So it's just it's an survival system, you could say, in the story. It's a survival system. That's me is on top of it, but it's not even, sometimes it's not even noticed. It's so strong in the body. But also the survival system is it, of course. It doesn't matter. That's the huge freedom. That when there's just very tense and then I think that's the same. That's just life, just tense. Yeah, it can't be not it. Of course not.
But when there is suffering, there is no choice to, no escape. Suffering because of
suffering is just feeling something. So feeling maybe there's something you don't want, but there can be. It's just suffering is just a word. Maybe there's a feeling. I don't know. What suffering? maybe a lot of thoughts. I don't want this. Maybe, oh, what is happening to me? I don't know what is suffering.
Yes.
And a lot of thoughts about how it's going, and you don't want that situation. You want something else, or you think I have the right to feel something else. I have the right to have different circumstances. That can also be suffering.
Mm.
It's a lot of suffering is in the story, in the thoughts, because there's just a feeling maybe, or just sitting there.
Perhaps the only suffering is to be me.
Yeah, because it's the me wants. It's the me is this is not right. That's the me. There's something not right, and I can help you. To put it, to make it in words, I can help you to make it right, and we do that with thoughts and but it's so believed, it's so embodied belief that's how it goes, because you want help to make it better, and you can't. There's something that can't hear. This is it, because it doesn't feel right, or it doesn't right. It's a strange way of putting it, but it's that it doesn't feel right. You say, I did say that. It's just feeling maybe tense, or that's it. There's something going on, like I want to feel happy or joy or relaxation all day, every moment. Never will happen. That's not life. Life is everything, just changing. No. But that's the control thing of the survival system of the me, wanting to have the right life, or the certain. That's what you think. What I thought about enlightenment. Then it's all the stress is gone, and it will be happy all day. That's not life. That's just a state, maybe. It seems boring. It's everything. It's just life, like children. They don't walk along like all day. It's everything. And they're angry, and then they have much more energy, and then they're sleepy. That's life. That's just life.
The suffering is a tiny difference that you speak.
It's a tiny, because it's just believing all that. It's just a huge belief in all those thoughts that how can it, and that can be but it is, maybe you know that when you're into that very much and and then suddenly you go on your bike, or you're going into the car, and it's just gone. It's just gone. You don't know how or why, but it's just not there. But it's not noticed, and then suddenly you are somewhere else, and it just starts again, and you think you do it all day, but it's not. It's not all day, and it's just like that. It's just suddenly it's just not there. It can be there. It's all. It's It's very in a split second. It can be like, oh. And sometimes it's noticed, sometimes, most of the time it's not noticed. And it's not about that it has to be noticed, because then you think it's that. It's just a way of saying. It's already what is happening. So when it's like that, a lot of blah, blah, shatter in the head, and it's just like that, so what? Then it's not wrong. It can be tiring. And then there's maybe a tired body. That's it. This is not about a new way of living or joy. It's about, this is it. What is happening is it. Already. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Wow.
The body is, my body is shaking.
Oh,
when you say that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chills.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
But it's beautiful.
It's also beautiful. Yeah. It's also time.
Time.
It's also time.
Oh,
There's no time.
no.
Yes, there is. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.